Merry Christmas! This one is for you!
Oh wow, thank you so much!
I won't mention the name of the company I used to work for, but it was a fairly large place with several departments, and each department had its own separate office space. Every year, my department would organize the Secret Santa exchange, and honestly, it was always something everyone looked forward to. It was usually fun, harmless, and genuinely enjoyable. That all changed in 2015. When the person assigned to buy my gift happened to be the new guy at work, the office creep. For the sake of this story, I'll call him Crispin. At the time, of course, I had no idea he was the one who had drawn my name. That was the whole point of Secret Santa. We weren't supposed to find out who bought our gift until we took it home, opened it privately, and then revealed everything the following day at work. Meanwhile, I had been assigned to buy a gift from Margaret, an elderly woman who had worked at the company for years. She loved bath bombs, lotions, and self-care items, so shopping for her was easy. Being a woman in my mid-20s, I assumed I would be just as easy to shop for. When I picked up my Secret Santa present, I could tell right away that it felt like a framed picture. I could feel the glass on one side when I gently tapped it. The wrapping job was terrible, and there was a large fragile sticker slapped awkwardly on the front. I made sure to be careful while taking it home. That evening, I had a lot going on. I was dealing with a breakup with a guy I had met on Tinder. He seemed normal at first, but he quickly became clingy, obsessive, and overwhelming. I decided to be an adult about it and broke up with him over the phone instead of ghosting or sending a text. It was uncomfortable, but I felt like he at least deserved that. Afterward, I poured myself a glass of wine to calm down. By the time I remembered my Secret Santa gift, I was feeling emotional, drained, and a little bit floaty. Still, I decided to open it. I did so carefully, not wanting to break the glass. The moment I saw what was inside, I honestly thought I was hallucinating. The frame contained a photograph of a young, attractive couple standing on a beach. The man was wearing a tight Speedo that left almost nothing to the imagination. The woman was wearing one of those awful micro bikinis, neon pink, no less, the kind that barely covers anything at all. The fabric was thin and practically see-through, skirting the line between clothed and completely naked. Now, I don't judge people for what they choose to wear. That wasn't the problem. The truly horrifying part was realizing that my face had been badly photoshopped onto the woman's body. The editing was awful. I'm very pale with nearly black hair, while the original model was clearly a bronze blonde. No effort had been made to match skin tones, lighting, or even hair. I could still see strands of the original woman's hair peeking out behind my head, and somehow, that wasn't even the worst part. The man's face had also been photoshopped. The Speedo-wearing guy's head had been replaced with Crispin's face at first. I tried to convince myself it had to be a joke, maybe a cruel prank pulled by one of the other women in the office, since everyone already found Crispin unsettling. That hope vanished when I noticed a signature written in Sharpie in the corner of the photo. It was Crispin's name. Sure, it could have been forged, but my stomach sank, feeling nauseous and upset, especially after the emotional evening I'd already had. I placed the photo on my desk and left it there. I knew the truth would come out the next day during the Secret Santa reveal at work. The following morning, I barely slept. That image kept replaying in my head over and over again. Every time I closed my eyes, I could see that poorly edited photo burned into my memory. I felt embarrassed, violated, and uneasy all at once. By the time I got ready for work, I had already decided that no matter how awkward things became, I needed answers. When I arrived at the office, the energy felt strangely cheerful. People were laughing, carrying gift bags, and talking excitedly about the reveal that would happen later in the day. I, on the other hand, felt completely disconnected from the holiday mood. I sat at my desk and tried to focus on my work, but my mind kept drifting back to the framed picture sitting at home. Eventually, it was time. Everyone from the department gathered together for the Secret Santa reveal. One by one, people thanked their anonymous gift givers, holding up candles, scarves, mugs, and small decorations. Polite applause followed each reveal. I felt my chest tighten as my turn got closer. When my name was finally called, I forced a smile and stood up. I explained that my gift was framed and fragile, so I had left it at home. A few people chuckled, assuming it was something sentimental or artistic. Then the organizer announced the name of the person who had drawn me, Crispin. The room went quiet for just a split second before people reacted with mild surprise. Crispin stepped forward, grinning proudly, clearly enjoying the attention. My stomach dropped. I felt heat rush to my face, and my hands started to shake. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply asked him, calmly but firmly, why he thought that gift was appropriate. He looked confused at first, then defensive. He claimed it was meant to be funny, that I took myself too seriously, and that it was just Photoshop. A few people laughed nervously, unsure how to react. That was when I explained exactly what the image was. I described how my face had been placed on a nearly naked body, and how his own face had replaced the man in the photo. As the realization spread, the laughter died instantly. Faces shifted from amusement to discomfort. My manager stepped in immediately and ended the exchange. Crispin was asked to leave the room. The rest of us stood there in stunned silence. The holiday spirit completely drained from the space. Later that day, I was called into a private meeting with HR. I showed them the photo. They took it very seriously. Crispin was placed on leave while they conducted an investigation. Within a few weeks, he was gone. Officially, I was told he had resigned. But everyone knew the truth. Even after he left, the damage lingered. I stopped participating in office events. I avoided small talk. What was supposed to be a harmless tradition was never held again. Secret Santa was quietly cancelled the following year. To this day, I still don't know what disturbed me more, the fact that he made the photo at all, or how comfortable he seemed giving it to me in a professional setting. Christmas never felt quite the same after that.